creating a cohesive visual aesthetic for your game that's in keeping with the theme, but does not distract or annoy players, is no mean feat. Night School Studio put it with its 2016 indie hit Oxenfree. And at the 2019 Game Developers Conference you will have an opportunity to see how the resourceful indie built out its production pipeline, and came up with a unique look for its upcoming game Afterparty. Ruel Pascual is Night School's art director, and next month he will be at DD 2019 to deliver a visual abstract talk on the art of Afterparty. The devil's in the details. Come through to learn all about the workflows built on McAfee, followed up to Oxenfree, and how they introduced a new set of production complexities and challenges. Plus, Pascal will detail the tools and techniques that the production team at Night School developed to accomplish the complex visual style. OFAFDAPATYAND offer you practical advice you can apply to your own projects. For more details on this talk, and many more, check out GDC 2019 session scheduler. There you can begin to lay out your DD week, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd at the newly renovated Moscone Center in San Francisco. Bring your team to DD, register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more here. For more details on GDC 2019 visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, or RSS. Gamasutra and GD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. This week, Mages of Mysteria landed on the Nintendo Switch. 2 years after release games released its custom spell-making title on PC and consoles. To mark the occasion, a few of the developers behind Mages of Mysteria were willing to jump on the GD Twitch channel to share some insight on developing and marketing their game. If you previously read developer Patrick Mendes' breakdown on game spellcrafting logic on Gamasutra, you will want to check out his follow-up discussion about the game's technical art, which you can see in the video above. If you are running an indie studio yourself, you may also appreciate Luis Felix Cocon's stories about how the team was able to fund and market Mages of Mysteria. For more game developer interviews and curated GD talks, be sure to follow the GD Twitch channel. Games for You, as head of the Brexit deal, finds the agreement looking for game devs. Games for You has put together a breakdown of the Brexit deal the United Kingdom government is set to vote on this month, outlining why the organization says the plan is a raw deal for game developers in the United Kingdom. It's a good resource for devs that have yet to catch up on the latest Brexit development, as the breakdown dives into the specific changes of the deal that would affect game devs in the United Kingdom, and should the plan be approved. That includes topics mentioned in the withdrawal agreement like citizens' rights, governance agreements, and border agreements, along with topics from the political declaration, like data protection, United Kingdom involvement in EU programs, the movement of goods and services, mobility and access to talent, and other topics missing from the declaration entirely. The withdrawal agreement is highly dense, at 585 pages, but fundamentally, it deals with relatively basic departure issues, not the practical matters for ongoing business and consumer life we really need to know. By contrast, the political declaration is much shorter, but full of waffle and jargon, sometimes 4 paragraphs at a time. Use Games for You. This makes it really difficult to know what it actually means or could be used in practice, which was precisely the United Kingdom government's intention. to give it the greatest room for maneuver in the future. But this also means it robs business and consumers of any certainty. Games for you itself is an anti-Brexit, pro-European Union, or anti-AT advocates for the United Kingdom's game industry. The group recently published an open letter with signatures from 300 individuals and 127 companies involved with game development tasks, while asking the United Kingdom government to put an exit plan to a public vote. Newsbrief. Capcom's well-received Resident Evil 2 remake has shipped 3 million copies worldwide in 5 days. The survival horror title launched on Xbox and PlayStation 4 on January 25th. More than 20 years after the original hit shelves way back in 1996, that original release went on to achieve cumulative sales of 96 million units, making it the fourth best-selling game in the Resident Evil franchise. It remains to be seen whether the remake, which was built entirely from the ground up for current-gen machines, using Capcom's in-house Red engine, initially created for Resident Evil 7, will surpass that total. But it's already off to a strong start. Adobe has acquired Logarithmic, the French company behind the Substance 3D material and texture creation tool kit that's used by a wide variety of game studios, including heavy hitters like Activision, Ubisoft, and Naughty Dog. The popular toolset has been used to create games like Uncharted 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, Watch Dogs 2, Prey, and Forza Horizon 3, and Adobe says it wants to continue empowering game makers, VFX artists, designers, and marketers following the purchase. The company plans to do that by bringing some of Logarithmic's tools to the Adobe Creative Cloud, and intends to bolster the service with expanded 3D and immersive workflows to provide its core customer base of designers with a new set of tools for 3D projects. Adobe claims its track record of successfully integrating acquisitions will help accelerate Logarithmic's product roadmap, and explained its long-term goal is to bring the full power of Logarithmic technology and Adobe Creative Cloud together. The deal will see Logarithmic CEO and founder, Sebastian Decky, move over to Adobe as the company's new vice president of 3D and immersive. We are seeing an increasing appetite from customers to leverage 3D technology across media, entertainment, retail, and marketing to design and deliver fully immersive experiences, commented Scott Belsky, Chief Product Officer and Executive Vice President at Creative Cloud. Creative Cloud is the creativity platform for all and Substance. Products are a natural complement to existing Creative Cloud apps that are used in the creation of immersive content, including Photoshop, Dimension, After Effects, and Project Arrow. Those interested in the acquisition can find out more over on the Adobe blog. Personal digital assistants, like Apple Siri and Amazon's Alexa, are becoming household names. And now Ubisoft has designed its own AI-driven assistant specifically for video game players. To learn how it works, come on out to the 2019 Game Developers Conference next month. As part of the BD 2019 Design Tracker Talks, Ubisoft Barcelona Creative Director Charles Hutto will present Ubisoft Co-op Building Sam, the first type chatbot for gamers. He will give you a behind-the-scenes look at the 9 months of development that went into Ubisoft's C chatbot Sam, from the early prototype to the worldwide release of the beta version, and the collaboration with game teams like Rainbow Six Siege and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. He will also share key lessons from the development team on the discoveries that were made from building an assistant AI, which is radically different from traditional home assistants like Siri or Amazon's Alexa. You will also explore the future of the project and examine how an open dev philosophy brings community and users at the center of major development decisions. It's a great talk that's part of the Great DD 2019 I Summit, which is jam-packed with intriguing and in-depth sessions offering an inside look at key architectures and issues within successful games.